on the 14th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Spartans will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oregon's offense comes onto the field first today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality. The hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Moore to the air. Snagged out of the air. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. Find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hughes. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So the Michigan State Spartans offense will go to work for the first time today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. And one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Pulls it in. It's McCray. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Looking to pass. It's Childs. A little release to the back. Still running at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
That's reeled in. It's Stewart. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Hughes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Moore will throw. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
And the Spartans with the 1st and 10. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the running game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Gets it out fast. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Childs. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Spartans will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Direct snap. It's Moore. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more.
He's got it down the right side.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get them isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. There he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Moore to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Hughes. Oh, they knock it free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Makes the grab. It's Marsh. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
The give to the back. Makes a man. get them into plus territory. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out of the backfield, he's open. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
A strike downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal for the offense. Go straight ahead. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today.
Scores on the sneak.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Moore will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Ready to fire from the pistol. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Special teams heading out after the 3rd down completion's not quite special enough to move the chains. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more muscle on that football. It comes up short. Got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Moore to the air. Quick strike complete. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got a man. It's Marsh.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one.
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Moore will throw. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. We assume he's going to punt it this time. He did complete a pass earlier. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Here comes the heat. Grab near the marker. It's McCray. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Trying play action. Makes the grab. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They're going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Stewart. Turns it on in midfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This time it's complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Card in the backfield. It's Stewart. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires on the move. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. It's good. This is now a 7-point game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Kennesaw State went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Owls team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll try it again. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Dropping back, it's Childs. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be dragged down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's caught. It's Marsh. And without that spin move, I'm not sure he would have gone very far at all, but a solid pickup on the play. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot timing, because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. Yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They use the end around. First play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. And the defense was ready when the wide receiver got the ball.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wants to bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The quick out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Looking for room. It's Whittington. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick release by the QB. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Ducks! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Handoff to the single running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Finds a tight end. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Scanning the field, it's Childs. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll give it to the back. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He's got an open man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Plows through the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Wants to throw it. Caught close to the marker, it's Marsh. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Got him downfield. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Moore will throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback extends the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense set on first down. To the air, it's Childs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Gets it to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Firing to the right, complete.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Stewart. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a 2nd down. Moore to the air. That's caught. It's Whittington. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Turning it on! And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He'll do it himself on the draw. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Now on the option. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. So they've gotten it right on the doorstep. Couldn't get it in via the air last time. Here's 3rd down. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. The hand to the running back. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
To throw, it's Childs. Makes the catch, it's McCray. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Spartans are rolling down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They go right back to him. Fights off a defender. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. The Spartans get enough for the first down.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to pass, it's Child. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
On the direct snap, it's Moore. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Working that left side now. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing right. Makes a connection.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Got the quick pass. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command deep in your own territory. They kick it away on 4th down. And the ball comes to rest right there. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. It's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Got a little space. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. And the Spartans have their offense in high gear. To the air, it's Childs. Wide open downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Rushes on him, and he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's McCray. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires complete on the crosser. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late. Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minute again.
And they stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down and short.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Here's a heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Moore will throw. Makes the grab. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Peel off one deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep and don't let anyone get behind you.
Catch in the middle. It's Stewart. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Really need to use this tempo effectively and get a little closer for the kicker. Wants to go up top on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in great position.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give you.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
First play of the first possession of OT. Quick completion to the right. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this
touchdown Ducks! And they're on top here in overtime. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
To the air, it's Childs. Here's the pressure. Finds his back in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. To the air on first down. He caught it. Touchdown, 30. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The give to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got enough space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Now in the second overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. Calls his own number. They got it, executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double OT. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Here we go. They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, but just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag run.
Third down, and they need a touchdown to stay in the game. Moore to the air. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here.
Smart decision. It's 3rd and short in the red zone. It's not there. You throw it away, and now you put it on your head coach. You want to go for this? On 4th, or are we kicking the field?
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. 1st and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Oregon! They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT.
what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I got to go for two. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to two-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it